Whoa, what is that car doing there? Welcome to this race recap. Highlights only. Nobody's got time for 12 minutes of full race recap. That's on my channel as well. Link in the description if you want to watch the full track. Started in the back P11, anticipating lots of chaos in turn 1. That's why I wanted to stay back. But everyone goes here quite smoothly. Let's stick with them for half the lap until the chaos does unfold a little bit and we gain some positions. Got a blinker. Don't like blinkers, so I stay back in case they do disappear and reappear where we don't want them. Going through here a little bit faster than the other cars in front of me. That's okay, just gotta adjust to the cold tires. Nicely through here, and car goes off on the right hand side, bounces off the wall, stays off track, which is great, and another position gained. And now I make an unforced error for reasons unknown to me. That's why I consider myself still a rookie despite my D-Class license. I don't want to go back on track until the coast is clear, just checking my relative, checking left and right, and all the positions gained have now been lost. On to lap 2, another lap, another try. We can still see the cars ahead of us, so those are the target. We're going to catch up with them. I know from my practice and the qualifying times that I should be able to get up to about P5, P4 maybe, if I'm able to overtake them, that is. So we should be able to catch up. Let's wait until we catch up. One more turn to go, left turn, then a right turn, over the crest, and down to the right into the hairpin. It's a blind spot behind that crest. There's a car. And there we go. Let's stay to the right. Cars usually go forward, so we are calmly going to the right of that car. Fantastic. And we see more cars up ahead. We've caught up to them quite nicely. The battle for position is on. We're close enough soon. Lap 3, we're in P9 again. Car comes out of the pits on the right, stays on the right, then goes into our draft, onto the racing lane. That's great. The 3 cars ahead of us are getting closer and closer. Based on my lap time, a 1:24 last lap. We still got about 3 seconds to improve on that, 2.5 seconds. That's what I can pull off on this car on this track at my stage. Now we're close enough. This is also going to be an interesting time for us to overtake. Coasting through here, gear 3, acceleration, staying behind them just in case somebody goes off track again. We want to capitalize on that. 3 cars ahead, down into the braking zone for the hairpin, and sometimes it's good not to follow everyone and to practice going off at different lines. All these 3 cars, however, avoided a major crash, so they're all still good to go, and we've made up 3 positions all at once. Lap 6, we've made it up to P6. There's a car up ahead of front of us, and we're going to spend this entire lap to catch up to them, and then I'll see you again at the next lap. There we go, the end of lap 6, just entering lap 7. We're still in P6, we've caught up to the car in front of us, and now I'm trying to figure out how this car is driving in front of us, where to overtake them. I poke my nose in, this is the only move I have so far. Still need to learn new moves, but I poke my head in, pretend I'm going to pull lunge, but I back out and try to go back on the racing line in case they do overshoot it now because of that initial poking my nose in. Didn't work, they were calm, and that's the only move I know so far. I still have to learn more moves for overtaking. So we're going to follow them for a little bit and then see where we can overtake them. They have a moment going through here, so that's something to keep in mind for later. Now that we're close, all I'm trying to do is trying to figure out where can I overtake them, how are they driving? Are they driving better lines than I am? Are they slower in some corners where I'm faster? Are they faster where I'm slower? Just trying to pick my spots and learn where they're going on the track. Take a look at that driving as well. Let me know where you would overtake them and if I should have overtaken them earlier. How far do you hang back? I'm hanging back in case they do overshoot and then do something crazy. Just trying to observe them while making sure I don't focus on them too much, don't have target fixation, and I still hit my braking points consistently. Again, now on this particular straight, in the next lap here, let me know if you think I would have been close enough to rank that lunge through here at the end of that start-finish straight. Still P6, going left. They drift back to the left to defend. They're not yet in the braking zone. I think now in the braking zone, but I stay behind them very nicely. And nobody makes a mistake. I'm getting a little bit closer to them now. Perhaps too close. I move to the left, and I think I can make it, but I do chicken out. Would you have gone for this move, or was it the right way, the right thing to do to chicken out here and back up and try again in another lap? Are there any good resources or other channels you can recommend for learning how to overtake? I saw some of them, still practicing it. What about the hairpin? Should I have overtaken them here? Should I have been closer? How closely do you follow them? If I had been closer, should I have made a lunge in the hairpin? Either way, let me know. Always looking to improve, always looking to get better at driving. Alright, I'll let you watch the car in front of me again for a little bit, just so that you can pick up some of the driving patterns, driving behaviors. Hopefully giving me some advice from it as well. Lap 9, still P6, still the same problem. Where do I overtake them? Do I make the late lunge? Let me know in the comments. Should I have made a late lunge? I'm trying to figure out where to go. They defend by being in the middle. That's fair enough. I go to the left. They come back to the left. I switch to the right. And I back out again. Our shenanigans here and me failing to overtake that car have led us to be slower than the car behind, and now a car has caught up from behind. Remember that time a couple laps ago when this car in front of us struggled through the left-hand turn here? Yeah, I forgot about that. And I get too close, they have a problem, I brake, I lose a bit of control, try to catch it, and that has slowed me down enough for the car behind to overtake. Having the car beside me going through here does a little bit unsettle me, so I go on the grass, unfortunately, make a mistake. I don't want to crash into anyone, so I take the wide, long exit. Nobody was affected, everyone made it through. I brake, I check my relative, I check left, nobody's coming, safe to go back on track, off I go, and we're P7. And that's the end of that. Thank you for watching the highlight reel of this race recap. Let me know in the comments if there are any good resources you can recommend for learning how to overtake. My safety rating is a 3.7. Should I risk more and potentially risk taking out other cars? I don't think that's nice. So hopefully learning more technique is better. Thanks everyone. Have a good day. Bye bye.